A devastating shack fire that broke out on Sunday night has left hundreds of people in the Reservoir Hills informal settlement homeless. It's believed the fire started in a shack at the corner of the settlement and spread too quickly for anyone to extinguish. Residents began breaking down the surrounding shacks to try to control the blaze. Bushekwane was visiting her mother and was unaware of the blaze ripping through her home until she was alerted by one of her friends. And what were you doing at the time?
Well, I was talking to mom, we were chatting, and then I heard Mbali screaming out my name because she went to call me from where I was. She was screaming outside and said, "Bushe, there's a fire in Kutulu." And when I answered, I thought maybe the fire had started, but I didn't think our house was already burnt. So when it came, it was already in ashes. Everything was inside because IDs, everything.
What did you lose in the fire?
I lost my clothes, my ID, my furniture, everything. Because
Nomkosi Mtembu was on her way back home when she noticed the fire. By then, the flames were so enormous, all she could do was watch her house turn to ash.
I was coming from the toilet. I locked the house and then I went to the toilet. And when I came back, I was like, "Oh, there's fire," and then I ran away because the fire started near my house. So I didn't even get to the house, and because I ran away to call her to her mother's place, and then we came back together. It was like the fire was all over the place.
Did your entire house burn?
Yes.
What did you lose?
I lost everything because I'm left with this one I'm wearing now.
Njabulo Mbedu is one of the shack dwellers that has lost everything and is now begging for support.
The fire started in one shack there. Apparently one woman was sleeping and was cooking, and the fire started. The stove got burnt. Chondolo got burnt, and then it spread. It went to another chondolo, But people broke other chondolos down so that the fire can't spread. As the fire brigade they came as the community were trying to help. They helped a lot.
Was the fire spreading fast?
It was spreading far because last night there was a little bit wind, breeze wind. That's the wind. The wind made the fire become more stronger. But the community came out in hand, buckets switching off, even the electricity. As you can see, the main box, the prepaid electricity, all the boxes are burnt. But was going to a box to another box. That's how the electricity boxes, prepaid electricity, got burnt. So everything is quite bad for us because the electricity will take time to be fixed. The material, the council, we don't know when it's going to bring it because last night we slept outside. We had no place to sleep. Even today too, we won't have a place to sleep. We're going to sleep outside. We are pleading the councillor, can you please come, and as other Reservoir Hills people who got money can come and please help us because we are in a bad situation.
Councillor Tolani Nala visited the settlement and said approximately 400 shacks were burnt and over 1,000 people have been left homeless.
At the moment, we don't know what's the cause of the fire, but we are insisting that there was a legal connection which was there, which has make a spark. Then from the spark, then we ended up having a fire.
What will now happen to these residents who don't have a home?
At the moment, we're trying to get a marquee tent. Two of it, which is gonna be one is for the families, the other one is for the maids. That's what we're trying to get as we speak.
And how long will they be housed in these marquees?
It will depend on the list. It's how fast is it is. And as soon as the list has been finished, then we'll take the list to the relevant department to access it.
And will we know when these people will be able to move back into the settlement?
Yes, they will be. As soon as they've got the list, and then we'll discuss with the hardwares. Then from there we'll give them a building material so that they can build their houses back.
I understand that from the point of a councillor, you can't really make the regulations but just enforce them. But what are these people going to do now? Because they go to the elections every year, they vote, and the government is just not giving them enough to survive. What would be the answer for these people?
I'm not gonna get into details of that, but it's depending on people that whatever party that they vote for, it's where that is pushing for the people that they can get services in time. But I'm also not have to tell them that you must choose which party so that you can get your service delivery in time. It depending on the leading political party at the moment, whether they're going to give them they're going to push of municipal management to do it in time.
At this point, the cause of the fire is still under investigation. Various government departments are currently working on relocating those misplaced into temporary homes. Lloyd Govinsamy for Tabloid TV News in Reservoir Hills.